So here we go with my little rant with the Royal Mint, and with a bit with Change Checker and Westminster Collection and so on. This is not just sour grapes. This is because I see something that's not right. It's not right. It doesn't add up. 2 and 2 does not make 4, and therefore something is not quite right. And when something is not quite right, and you ask people questions, okay, this doesn't seem right to me. Can you please answer this? And they evade the questions, or skirt around the questions, or ignore the questions completely. Then that generally puts a little warning thing on my shoulder and says, oi, 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 oi. Something not right here, something not right here, and I listen to it nowadays. I'm older, wiser, I listen. So what do I mean? Okay, so here's the thing. 288 Group, company, business, they are the distributors of the Royal Mint. 288 Group own Westminster Collection and Change Checker. Change Checker on their website intimate that the Royal Mint packages products specifically for them, so that when they advertise to you, the customer, they're making you think that you're getting something that's not available anywhere else, specially packaged by the Mint for them. When I speak to the Mint refuse point blank. No, we don't package coins for anybody. So that doesn't quite go right, does it? Change Checker says they have their stuff, or intimate they have their stuff packaged by the Mint, and the Mint says no, we don't do that. So that makes you think, well, how is it done then? And let's take a coin like, for example, latest coins, Beatrix Potter 50p's. That's my dog in the background. Let's take these latest coins. So Mum's home, so he's gone running off to the front door. So let's take these latest coins. Tom Kitten, Jeremy Fisher, Ben Bunny. Let's just take those for example. So I'm not allowed to, we are the Great British Coin Hunt, by the way. That's me, Ian, the Great British Coin Hunt. And we are not allowed to buy direct from the Royal Mint because we don't meet their criteria, even though they don't tell us what the criteria is. I made an application to join the Royal Mint and buy from them, and I was ignored for 5 months. I was told to email in and give all my particulars, and somebody would be in contact with me within a couple of weeks. 5 months later, I'm still chasing them and chasing them and chasing them and chasing them. What turned out to nearly a year later, 8 months, something like that, eventually they put me on to a distributor. They'd already told me that there was 14 distributors in the UK, 14. They send me to a distributor in the Netherlands. So when I want to buy the coins, BU, proof sets, and all that, I must remember to look there. When I want to buy the proof sets and the bunts and all of that kind of thing, and the silver proofs and everything else, I have to buy them from the Netherlands, and then the Netherlands orders them from the Royal Mint. Postage is paid. They're sent from England over to the Netherlands. They're repackaged and they're sent over to me in England. The carbon footprint on that is outrageous. Somebody somewhere should be having a demonstration just on the carbon footprint alone. It's ridiculous. They've got to get on a plane and go over there, and then got to get on a plane and come all the way back again. And then sometimes I'm selling those same coins to people that are in Germany and Australia and America. So now they've got them coins, have got to get back on a plane again. So by the time the coin has landed with you, the collector, from me, if you live outside the UK, that coin has been on a plane 3 times. 3 times. Tell me that's a joke. I mean, I cannot be the only person that thinks that is a ridiculous and just mad joke. 3 times that same coin has to get on a plane to end up in your collection if you live abroad. It has to get on a plane twice if you buy from me in my own country. If you buy from me in England, for those coins have been on a plane twice before they get to you. Hay fever still, sorry. That's just a joke. So 14 distributors in the UK, I'm not allowed to buy off any one of them. I have to buy from the Netherlands. So the distributor is 288 Group, and their retail arms, if you like, are the Westminster Collection and Change Checker. So a BU Tom Kitten, 50p, I've got to pay something in the region of about £4 for that. Change checkers sell that same coin for £3.95. Now on their website and on the Westminster Collection website, you'll notice that so many times it says maximum 9 per household, maximum 3 per household, and stuff like that. That's just hogwash. It's just rubbish, it's lies. And the only reason they put that there is so that you think, oh, these are going to be so sought after. Oh, I've got to get them. I better get a full 9. That's what I better do. I better get a full 9. And so you buy the full 9. Now, when you go on eBay and you have a look at Change Checker's username on eBay, you find out that you can go in, you can buy as many as you want. They've got them listed. You can go in and buy 100 if you want. But on their website and on the Westminster Collection website, it's only your maximum 9 available, maximum this number available, and so on. What a load of old phony rubbish. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right on collectors. It's just not right. It's not right on the industry. It doesn't help people like me. It doesn't help other business sellers out there. I'm not the only coin dealer in the UK that struggles with an adversary like Change Checker. And I think a lot of us coin dealers are getting the ump a little bit because Change Checker have now come into our marketplace. You know, they've already had this Old Boys Network deal and an underhanded deal with the Royal Mint for years and years and years and years and years. And now they want to come onto our marketplace where we try and earn a living, and they want to take it all. They want the lot. They want all of it. So they sell at a price, retail, cheaper than what we can buy it for. Now, how does that work out? They say that the Mint are packaging it, but the Mint say that they're not packaging it. So this is a Change Checker £5 coin. Now, how's that come to pass? And this applies to any Bunce coin from Change Checker or Westminster Collection. How has that come to pass? Because the Mint categorically state that they do not sell Bunce coins. Bunce is brilliant uncirculated. They do not sell Bunce coins loose. You cannot go to the Mint and buy a bag of 550p's, which is 250 quid, all Bunce, all loose. So you can take them home and package them. They don't do that. So how has that coin come out of the Royal Mint and ended up in Change Checker packaging? Well, surely it's not rocket science. Either it is packaged at the Mint for them and then shipped off to them. That would make sense. Or they are selling the coins loose, like as First Strike, for example. They're selling the coins loose to 288 Group, Change Checker, Westminster Collection. They're selling the coins loose to them, and they are then taking those loose coins, giving them a buff up, and putting them in a Bunce packaging. Well, if that's the case, that's wrong. That's wrong, and it's misleading. Because it becomes not a Bunce coin. It's not a brilliant uncirculated coin. If it came into a BU coin, is not a BU coin that's come into mixed in a big bag that are all crashing about. You can call them uncirculated, and we do. We have 3 main areas: cheap and cheerful, good condition, uncirculated. And an uncirculated coin to me is a coin that has come out and it's brand new, and you open a bag, a mint sealed bag, and it's full of those coins and they're all brand new. That is an uncirculated coin as far as I'm concerned. That is logically correct. It's not a Bunce coin, it's not a brilliant uncirculated coin. So how are they getting them in their packaging? It doesn't make any sense. They're either, so another thing that they could be doing is they could be getting the coins loose from the Mint, taking them back to headquarters, packaging them in their packaging, and then selling them as brilliant uncirculated coins. Now, if they're buying them like that, chances are they're buying them very, very close to face value. They're not paying a premium for a Bunce coin, they're buying First Strike coins. The coins at the Mint First Strike, in bags, all loose, and then they take them home and repackage them. But something is wrong somewhere, because the Mint say they do not put this in a packaging and give it to them. They don't sell it to them in the packaging, and they say, Change Checker says, that they do, the Mint does. And this really winds me up. It's I'm finding it really annoying because I'm not liking the skullduggery. And they're selling these coins cheaper than what us English dealers can buy them for. They're retailing them cheaper than what we can buy them for wholesale, which means there is no competitive market whatsoever. I cannot compete with Change Checker or Westminster Collection 288 group. I cannot compete with them, no matter how much I want to, and neither can any of my other competitors, dealers that are in this country. They cannot compete with that company because that company are buying far too cheap. And yet the Mint say that, you know, it all depends on the conduct and one thing and another. So you've got to have good conduct. You mustn't misrepresent the Queen. You mustn't misrepresent the Royal Mint. You mustn't misrepresent their products in any way, shape or form. And yet their products are continually misrepresented day in, day out, and nothing is done. I've sent in freedom of information requests, which when you send in a freedom of information request, it's supposed to be answered within a certain time, and there is a cut-off date that must be answered by then. And the Royal Mint leave it until hours before the cut-off time, before sending a reply to the email, and then not sending the answers that you want. You've asked them the questions and they're not answering them properly. They're just sidelining or they're just bullshitting. And I just think it's so wrong. Got to keep an eye on the old what's it. So this is my little rant against that, because I know that there's something wrong. You can't have a situation where a company, it's just mysterious. You know, it's mysteriously packaged. It has to be one or the other. Either they're buying the coins loose and they're packaging them and they're selling them as bunts, or the Mint is packaging them for Change Checker. But what we all know, because it's logic, common sense tells us, is that you can't buy a packaged coin from the Royal Mint, take it home, rip off that packaging, repackage it, and then sell it as your own packaged product. There is not enough money in it. There's not enough profit in that. As cheap as they're buying the coins, there's still not enough profit in that. You've got to get the packaging made for a start. So it's all underhanded. There's this old boys network that's going on, you know, things like that. I've also brought it to the Royal Mint's attention that the 2018 Isaac Newton, which you go to the Royal Mint and you stamp yourself, has been abused. It's been abused like you wouldn't believe. Coach drivers are turning up with coach loads of kids. Imagine a coach load of just screaming kids, or a coach load of learning difficulty kids, and they're all entitled to one of these coins. But the Royal Mint, the staff there, they don't want to stand there and have every single one of these kids come along and strike their own coin. So they do a deal. They do a deal with the driver. Well, look, what we do is, how many kids you got on board? 35. Okay, we'll give you 35 coins. And the paperwork, and they can just say that they struck their own when they didn't strike their own. And then the coach driver gets back on the coach and he doesn't give the coins to the kids. And then he goes away and he sells those coins for £25 a pop. 25 quid a pop. And it's the kids' parents and so on that have paid for those coins for those kids. How's that outrageous? Tell me that that's not, that's right. It's not right. It's not right at all. So I brought these things to the attention of the Royal Mint and I'm getting absolutely nowhere. So I just wanted to say and let people know that this is a kind of thing that's happening, and this is the kind of thing we're up against. And if we can't compete, then it's a complete monopoly. You know, what they have is a monopoly on the product. And they have such a monopoly on the product that it is cast iron closed, and none of the dealers like me can get in there. And I just wanted to make that point in a video and actually say it and call a shovel and call a fork, and let it be said, because it's all underhanded and it's all stuff that everybody's whispering about and doesn't want to really talk about, and when it's actually, this is what's going on, and it's not right. And I don't think it's right for you people. I don't think it's right for the public. I don't think it's right for us dealers. I think the whole thing needs overhauling and changing, and the monopoly needs taken away from them. You know, and why do you need to have so many companies in the first place? 288 groups enough. Anyway, that's my rant.